Hey guys, it's LEGO Boy Z3. Today I'm going to solve this magnetic 5x5 without the core. So a little while back I made a video where I took the core and all of the pieces surrounding it out of this magnetic 5x5 that I made, so that all that's remaining is these edges and corners. So in that video I tried out doing a couple of turns, and I also asked you guys if you wanted to see me solving this cube, because it actually was possible to do some turns. I can even do inner layer turns. A little bit more challenging because you have to kind of grip the inner pieces as well as the outer pieces, but eventually you can do it just like that. And so what I'm going to do right now is just scramble this cube up, and then I'll get to solving it. So right now I am scrambling this cube up because in that video a lot of you guys said that you wanted to see me solving it. I think it would actually be interesting. A lot of you guys apparently thought it would be interesting, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, so I got it scrambled up here, but I'm having a lot of problems with it falling apart because being magnetic, only held together by magnets, definitely does fall apart a lot. And as you saw in that little time lapse there, a lot of these little pieces were falling out when I was doing inner layer turns, but whatever, let's just go ahead and get started. I think we'll solve this pretty similarly to a normal 5x5, just like the normal steps you would take. So we'll start off with edge pairing because there are no centers to do, and then we'll solve the rest of it like a 3x3, or I guess kind of like a void cube really. Ooh, there we go, get it back together. Okay, so here's kind of the process of doing outer layer turn. You just kind of hold everything into place, and then you turn the top layer just like this, making sure none of those pieces go along with it. And then the inner layer turns are a little bit harder. What I'm going to do is just kind of hold everything into place and turn that top layer as well as that second layer right there. A little bit hard, especially in the back where you can't even see the pieces that you're turning. And then we can do the same thing except for the two layers back in the other direction. And something like that there happens quite a lot, where a piece doesn't want to go along with the side that you're turning, or it goes along and falls out. You just have to stick it back in. Here we go, here's another edge. I'm almost done with the edge pairing. I just got about 4 or 5 more, and I can just do those just like you would on a normal 5x5. Again, quite a bit easier still. So the whole thing where it was easier because you didn't have to do up the centers is actually getting a little bit harder now, because as I'm doing these last couple of edges, I'm actually cutting through some of the edges that I have already completed, and that is not right there. There we go. And so it's making it a little bit tricky because you have to go through and fix the edges like you normally would, but then you don't have any centers for reference about which side you turned, which ones you need to put back how they were. You just kind of have to look at the edges and kind of guess. But anyway, in general, those edges were pretty easy. I made it through. I just have to get this one last turn in. Not even going to bother to put that piece back in until I'm done with it. There we go. And now I can just start on 3x3. So this is going to be exactly like a void cube, actually. And it looks like we actually have void cube parody, which will be a whole lot of fun to solve, especially because I haven't solved the void cube in a really long time, and I don't really know how to do it. So I'm just going to take my best guess, kind of do an intuitive way of solving this. I don't really remember the algorithm that I have in my tutorial, and that just fell apart again. Okay, now here is the ultimate test. Let's see if I can perform an algorithm on it just like this, without setting it on a table. Looks like it is possible, although I feel it is probably gonna break. And it looks like we now have a proper PLL, which means that I did that kind of makeshift void cube parody thing correctly. I'll explain that real quick. Basically what I did is I kind of just rotated one of the middle layers by 90 degrees, because that's what the parody kind of equates to, rotating 3 or 4 centers 90 degrees. And then I just kind of resolved the entire thing, and it ended up just working. And here we go, the final move, and that edge is wrong, so there we go, fixed it. So yeah, this cube is now solved without the core inside of it. It was actually quite a lot of fun. The centers, not having them made it quite a bit easier because those normally take quite a few moves. And yeah, it was basically just edges, which was kind of like makeshift because you didn't have centers to mess it up, and then just like a void cube. So I guess we can break this now. Not going to need to solve that anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's all I really have for now. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!